All right, welcome back, everybody. We're going to do a pod review on one of these peppers over here because it's getting cold and we're just about ready to start doing pod reviews out here. I should actually do one on this little one here. I want to do one on that one over there, but this one just started putting out pods. Now these, I think we'll do it on this one. And we'll show you the name of it first. And this is Cap 1141. This is a Capsicum Praetermissum. And this particular variety of pepper is in the baccatum family. We call them Capsicum Praetermissums, but it's really Capsicum baccatum variety Praetermissum. It's actually a subspecies of the baccatum family, if you want to use that terminology. But this particular variety of pepper took a very, very long time for these pods to just start ripening now, and you can see they're loaded with pods. This plant is a very, very late season plant, and it's very frustrating sometimes because it's such a small pepper plant and you kind of want to get to it already and you can't because it's just not ripe yet. So I'm assuming that the peppers that are on here, they're orange. I'm assuming that's their full ripened state. They might get a little darker orange, but I don't think they're going to exactly turn red. So what we'll do is we'll pick one of these. Like this one right here looks like about the darkest of them all. Okay, and you can see this thing's loaded with pods. There's pods all over this plant. They're all over, and yet they're not ripening. So as soon as you pick that first one off, they should all start ripening. It's a very late season variety of pepper plant. Some people refer to these as goat peppers. Not goat's weed, but goat peppers, because goats eat them in their country, I guess, or something like that. Let's get you in the light and give you a better look at it. Give you a better look at the Praetermissums. Now, there's not really much culinary value to a pepper like this. This is more for collectors, people who collect species like me. And so if you're interested in collecting pepper species, this would be one of the ones you'd want to add to your collection. Now, I can't even get this thing out of the crack of my hand. It's so small for me to move around. It came off the stem. So you can see it's a very small little tic-tac type pepper. Try to get you in on that. Very, very small pepper. So anyway, without any further ado, let's turn you around and give this a go. Alright, welcome back, everybody. We're going to do a pod review today on this pepper right here, and this is called the Capsicum Praetermissum 11 CAP 1141, I think I said earlier. So that's it there. It's a little tiny little pepper, very, very small. And it's a very unique pepper. There's not many varieties of Capsicum Praetermissums. There's like maybe about 4 or 5 that I know of in a Praetermissum range. And they're just a subspecies of Capsicum baccatum. So basically with Capsicum baccatums, you generally have ones that make larger fruit. And those would just be they would be Capsicum baccatum variety baccatum. But when you start getting into the bird pepper side of things, they start to change their name. So in the bird pepper side of things, when it comes to baccatum, I'm trying to explain it to you in a layman's terms. You would start to refer to them as Praetermissums. It'd be the same way like with anums. We refer to anums, the regular bell peppers, we refer to them as Capsicum anums, right? But when you start getting into the bird peppers of the anum family, we start referring to those as Capsicum anum variety glabucicolum. And so, or you could just say Capsicum glabucicolum would be the short term for it. Nobody uses that name anyway, just so you know, for the anum area. But that refers to the bird peppers in general when you're getting into wild peppers on the anum side. So with baccatums have the same thing. And so with baccatums, they're referred to as the Praetermissums. And we call it short Capsicum Praetermissum. Just wanted to make clear the air and make sure you understood that. So here it is. Let's give that a go before I drop this little tiny little thing and see what it tastes like. It's all seeds. What a weird flavor. Okay, let's get into that flavor immediately. It's got heat on it. But I'm going to tell you, that flavor was really, really strange. I don't know how to describe that one. It had like a fruity type flavor on it, but not like baccatum fruity. And it didn't taste like chancy or, habanero fruity. This had a weird, very unique type of flavor. There is no actual way to describe this thing, guys. This thing is very unique in flavor. It's very short-lived. That's why I'm jumping on it right away. It's already disappearing, and I'm losing my sense of what it tasted like. It had like a strange kind of really weird flavor. Your mind's, it like opens your mind up to like, could it be this? Could it be that? Could it be this? I mean, you're just thinking of like all these things. It's really hard to place this flavor. There's nothing I've ever tasted that tastes anything like it, to be honest with you. I can't compare it to anything. It is a type of fruity flavor, but what kind of fruity flavor is that? What could I compare it to? You can't. This thing is in a world of its own when it comes to flavor. It's a very nice flavor. It's very short-lived, and it's just a strange, really, it's a strange effect you get from it. Now, as far as the heat goes, that little tiny little pepper, that thing's had some kick on it. I'm going to tell you right now. That's as hot as a pekin or a tapine pepper. My mouth is burning. It's way hotter than a baccatum. Way hotter. And we were just talking about baccatums, and you know, this is supposed to be in the baccatum family and all that. This is way hotter than baccatum. And as far as I'm concerned, this shouldn't even be called a baccatum, but it is for, I guess, genetic reasons. But I'm going to tell you right now, the heat on this thing is definitely up there. I would put this thing at probably, just get that number right out. It's a wide burning, full circle burn too. It's like a baccatum burn, but very strong, very, very strong. Number on this one, I'm going to just jump around on the number. I'm going to say it's probably between 20 and 80,000. I can't quite place the number because it's really hard for me to judge this. It's a full circle acidic type of burn. It's just in everything where it went, wherever that juice went, it is burning, and it's like a slow cooker. So it's not like an aggressive attacking burn like that. This is like warm and just intense and warm and consistent. It doesn't go away. It's burning it's very small, so it's not going to do a lot, but it's burning the end of my tongue, the top of the tongue a little bit, mainly wherever it touched. It's burning up and down my gums, burning on the roof of my mouth. It's burning my lips a little bit, all the way across. I guess maybe I licked my lips or something. Lips are nice and hot. It's burning the back of the throat too. That little thing. It got to the back of the throat. I did swallow it. I spit some of the seeds out, but I swallowed most of it. There's nothing there to really swallow. I mean, it's just... But it did get to the back of the throat. It feels really good back there. It's really touching the bottom of the tonsils really nicely. I'll tell you, if you have a cold, that's what you want to do, is come out here and eat some of those Praetermissums. It'll really cook those bond on those tonsils up. Get them fluids moving. And really that's it. It's really the top of the tongue and the lips that are feeling it on this one. But it was very intense in the beginning. It wasn't so much striking. Chansey burns are really a striking type of burn. Baccatum burns in general are like warm and glowing and acidic, and they just fire up and they just kind of hold that intensity. That's what this is like. But this was strong for a little pepper like that. Wow, this thing had some power on it, man. This thing was strong. I was surprised, actually, to be honest with you. I'm saying between 20 and 80,000 because I couldn't really judge that number, and it's relatively going down. I mean, it's still there, it's burning, but the number's like, you know, I can't judge that high end, that apex of heat. It just came in at some point the apex, but it was very intense. It was really focusing on where I kind of broke it up in the front of my mouth. That's where it really, really focused on. That and then where I swallowed it in the back of my throat. I'm saying between 20 and 80 because I'm guessing, you know, like right now it's probably be like a 20, but I'm saying like when I first ate it, it may have apexed at like 80. It was hard to tell because I'm trying to get to the flavor. It was kind of hard to get and just really get that apex. It's short-lived. It comes in, apexes relatively pretty quick, and then it starts to drop off relatively pretty quick. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't last very long. Plus, you got to keep in mind that it's a small pepper, so there's not a lot of material there to work with. So you're not going to get like something that'll buzz you up for a minute or two so you can get to the heat. It's just, you have to do one and do the heat, I guess, and then do the other, and then, you know, do the flavor. But it's kind of hard to do these pepper reviews sometimes, because you try to get to one thing and then, you know, you're on to another. But yeah, it's a good little pepper, man. That thing had a very unique flavor. I'm going to tell you that right now. That thing was really, really cool. I really liked the flavor of that thing. That was strange. Definitely a strange flavor. I didn't expect that. That's the first time, too, I ever eaten a big Praetermissum. You never had a Praetermissum before. So that's a first new experience for me. And it kind of like, it really set a stage for something different. So, but anyway, that's really about it, guys. What I'll do is I'll put whatever information I have on it in the description below, and then you can also read about it on the website. You can go there and read it. I'll also leave you a link in the description, so if you want to try growing this for yourself and see how it grows for you, just go visit the website, click the link, visit the website, and seeds should be available for you. I'm not sure if I'm going to have those seeds available quite yet, because I got to let the seeds dry and cure, and as you can see, they're not even fully ripe yet. But I'll have them available at some point, so just have patience and maybe either come back later, or if I do have seeds, you can buy them there. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.